Hi everyone, my name's Tyler. I am a research assistant at OCADU Gameplay Lab, and this environment is the Bodies in VR game jam world. Uh, and I'm just going to kind of show you around this world, which we created to kind of introduce participants of the game jam to bodies in VR and the bodies and how they would be able to interact with it. The game jam was hosted by DMG in partner with the Gameplay Lab at OCADU. So I'm just going to walk around and kind of show you what the participants have had to work with, and then I will show you some of the experience that the game jammers created. So as you can see, every player has a body, and this world is also capable of doing multiplayer, so we could have multiple bodies in the world. Um, so the body that we have on uh, is able to be painted, changed around, colors, um, but it's also able to be augmented with objects that can snap onto the body, and those can also change colors. Play. Um, and over to my right is some more snappable objects. This time they are kind of particle effects. And then over here we have hands that players can put on by touching it, and it kind of changes the look of the hand. These two hands were created by participants during the first workshop. And I'll see if I can put them on. Their collision detection is a little bit off. So there's one, and the other one. I'll see if I get that. This one sometimes struggles to work. Yeah, I won't be able to get that one on. Oh, but I ended up getting these two. And then there's also other hands. I will show you this one is able to play music when we hit certain objects. Let's walk over here to try and hit those. Oh, it's not playing the sound. I'm worried that the sound is off. These are bodies, and when we put the body on, this one was created by the other research assistant Ryan for demonstration purposes. And then over here we have heads where we have more participant generated assets. This one is a there we go, pin cushion that you can put on your head, and part of the library we're using Normcore for the head adds this kind of volume effect to the head. This was also participant created a kind of, I think it's supposed to be able to speak into it with that object that's behind me, so it needs to be flipped around. And then these two objects, this little bunny on the toruses, and I like this one, kind of a interesting shape. Yep, so the participants kind of learned how to use these different tools, and they created their own worlds. So we have a portal over here where we have inserted all the different participants' worlds. There's a hotbot, force of nature, egg world, Nicole's world, flower power, and train motion. I think we'll start with flower power. It'll help me reset some parts of my body so we're not all over the place. When we add that sphere, the world kind of changes. And so when I enter into this world, it's kind of in a garden. And then when I put on this flower, my arms and head stay the same, but I can either be a flower when I put my hands together, or I can be a weed after a little bit of time. And the idea is this gardener over here doesn't like weeds, but is okay with flowers. So as long as I'm a flower, the spotlight won't cause me to reset the game. So if I'm a flower, it's fine. But if I'm a weed, we'll wait. I'll go catch them on the other path. Then I am reset back to my start location. And then you'll also notice that over there, that's where I died. or I guess it was sent back, and it left a little shrub that I can hide in so that the gardener doesn't expect me to be caught. In their world, they had text to kind of help, but we didn't get that. Oh, I was still caught. I don't know why. Let me try again. Oh, I'm not gonna make it. I'm not gonna make it. There we go. And hide in the weeds. There we go. That time I was safe. And so the team that created this was hoping to kind of create a bit of a maze and some challenges that would, oh, I got caught, create kind of an obstacle course for the players. They didn't have any time to test and refine, but I'd love to see where this is going. A little bit of instructions of how the game works here. Okay, let's check out another world. Over here we have, let's do Nicole's world. And you can see the skybox on the world to kind of show where it will take you. And the skybox also shows up here on the portal. There's some of the objects that I had on earlier. So in Nicole's world, they spent some time making this beautiful skybox. I can't remember the name of the website that we used to create this. I think it's in one of the other worlds. I'll spot it. And in this world, we have some suits of a card deck that we can put on as a head. So hearts, spades, and diamond, and clubs. And I really like kind of the way this world looks like a little village, got the mountains up above. And the website that we use for this is using generative AI to create it, which is lots of fun. Next world, let's check out the train world. And this one takes place in Toronto. You can see the Toronto skyline there, and we'll also see it when we get into the world. So you can see how much more detailed and the assets that this group put together were pretty impressive. And then, so you can kind of see and hide inside the flowers, the daisies that are here. And we can also put on the strawberry, which sometimes, because it's pretty big, it's pretty hard to see. And we can also step outside of the train. Oh, no, we aren't able to. But yeah, so up here they included the TTC diagrams and some advertisements for us to look at. And oh, these are also clouds, which we aren't able to interact with. But there is another strawberry over here. I seem to remember when they're demoing it, if I throw it up, its physics sometimes makes an interesting effect. And there's the CN Tower in the background. I really like the detail in this environment, and it's really cool to see it running in the headset, and all of the environments are running straight on the Quest 2 headsets, which is pretty impressive. Let's check out the Egg World. We have a refrigerator here that we're going to jump inside of, and I think this one we can see the website for the AI website we are using, blockadelabs.com. And I believe most of the skyboxes use that. So this AI generated image is of a refrigerator, which has 4 eggs in it that we can wear. And I'm hoping the sound effects will work. So we have a white egg. I'll see what happens. And I'm sitting on a pretty high chair, so you can see that. Oh, and we didn't get the audio. I'll have to figure that out. But it makes a sizzling egg sound when you the egg cracks. So you can see I'm just an egg. I still have the other hands, but when the egg cracks, this one made a really loud chicken noise. The last golden egg, we'll see what that creates. And that is a centaur. So I still have the particly arm, and I have a horse body, which is cool. I believe this one just resets my body to be invisible. So we'll leave this refrigerator and head to our next world. Here we have, actually I'll do that one last. It's kind of hard to come back from that world, so I'll finish with that. and we'll go to Force of Nature. I really like the physics effect in this one. So if I look up, there's some objects. Again, a AI generated skybox. And when I grab this pedestal, you can see I end up with a huge whirlpool around me. And all around me are these objects that I can kind of push and swipe away with my hands, but they just continue to attract towards me. And I'll just pause it, and you can see, oh, they're gonna run away. Come back. Some cool designs and assets built into there. Ooh, I kind of jumped up on top of one. All right. So lots of interesting columns that match the generated skybox that they created. And we'll go to one more as I sort through all these other boxes. Is a hot pot world. Looks tasty. This one, they had a little bit of a hallway welcome and a little bit of an explanation. Hot pot has a history of 2,200 years. It was originally made of copper. People would put burning charcoal into the center chimney, which heated the water. You can toss in any food to cook, and the taste is quite good. And we have these hot pot models here, which we'll see a little bit more later on. So over here we have food that we can put on. I was having some problems with some leg earlier that's hard to get on, so I'm just going to grab that. I think some of these are actually bodies. I'll set that down here. Let's see if I can put a pumpkin on. And maybe a mushroom. Yeah, that's kind of blocking my view. What about ham? Oh, that's much better. Is that a ham or bread? I'm not sure. I'm going to grab these two and take them with me as well. And as we walk up, we can jump in and start cooking our hot pot soup. Walk inside and look up inside the copper hot pot. And because we jumped in, that activated these objects that spin around inside of that hot pot, ready to be eaten. And so that's all of the worlds. Another beautiful skybox, and my body is still a ham. So throughout each world, we tried on different bodies, and we're able to kind of play around with what it would be like to experience having different bodies. The game jam was tons of fun, and I am excited to meet up with some of the participants to exhibit all their work in a couple days. Thanks for watching, and yeah, check out DMG and OCADU's Gameplay Lab to learn more. Thanks.